about the scriptures, I want to say a few words about Christmas and Christian hospitality. I'm going to ask and invite all of you to be consciously welcoming to our many visitors and guests who will be with us on Christmas Day. You never know the impact of a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand. I have to tell you, this year I had in this past year, there was a person who had been away from the church for years, called and wanted to see a priest. Actually wanted to see deacon first, then wanted to see a priest about coming back to faith. And he told me that what started his journey home again 2 years ago was coming to Christmas Mass for the first time in a long time in this church. And he said to me, "Father, I never have felt more welcome in my entire life than I felt at Christmas Mass at St. Elizabeth's." And it began the thoughts and everything turning to coming back to faith and to his Catholic faith. That's you. You did that. It's all of us. That's the kind, Christmas is a special time to do that because we have so many people in church. Sometimes they haven't been here for a while. And sometimes they might only come a couple of times a year. Let's make it a great experience for them. They'll want to come back. And maybe they'll actually start coming back full time. Who knows how God will use you or me or somebody as an instrument to make that happen. You can help by being open to sharing your space or giving it up to a stranger, perhaps. Perhaps you'll stand and let them sit. Some of the masses, they're that full. How will you handle the crowded parking lot? You know, I often think, because I never get in my car and go anywhere after Mass, but I know you have to get out of the parking lot. You know, don't make it an experience where you lose your religion or they lose theirs. Okay? It's kind of counterproductive to get in the car and be angry. You really, no, it's just going to take a little more. Our Knights of Columbus, again this year, will be offering shuttle service beginning at 3 p.m. From Homestead High School. From their parking lot over to here for those attending the 4 p.m. Mass. It'll start at 3 o'clock. That's the only one we have to do that for because there'll be 1,600 people here at 4 o'clock Mass. What will your attitude be toward people who don't show up at any other time of the year? You know, I really think we need to do everything we can to be open and loving and welcoming to those folks. Last week, the church began a special Jubilee Year of Mercy. Our Holy Father, Pope Francis, described this Year of Mercy by saying, it's a favorable time to heal wounds. Isn't that beautiful? To a time to offer everyone the way of forgiveness and reconciliation. So open the doors and welcome in the stranger. Matthew, in his famous 25th chapter, says, I was a stranger. Jesus says, I was a stranger and you welcomed me. At Christmas, we have a wonderful opportunity to do that. Our Masses Christmas Eve are at 4, 6:30, and 10. And then again on Christmas Day at 9:30 and 11:30. The fourth Sunday of Advent is always about Mary. And it's fitting. right before we celebrate her giving birth to Jesus, she becomes the center of Advent. And she really is the perfect Advent symbol. She who opened herself so completely to God and allowed God to have his way in her life. Not her will, his will be done. This one who placed everything, including her very body, at the service of God, becomes the center of our Advent story this year. And this is the story of the visitation. 2 women, cousins, pregnant. One very young, one very old. One who wasn't supposed to have kids anymore. 2 miraculous births or conceptions going on here. Mary at the beginning, Elizabeth 6 months into her pregnancy. And Mary, having been told by the angel Gabriel that her cousin was with child, takes off on a 90-mile journey. That'd be about 4 days worth of walking to go take care of Elizabeth. The child already conceived in her is already pushing her out of herself to others. And it's a beautiful encounter that the 2 of them have when they finally meet, when Mary finally gets there. Blessed are you among women. We say this all the time, don't we? Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Elizabeth's words to Mary. Words we repeat often. I love this sentence because it's something every one of us can be saying in Advent. Every one of us. And how does this happen to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? How can it be? How can it happen to me? How can it happen to you that your Lord wants to come to you? He wants to be with you, wants to be in you, wants to be living your life with you, wants to be part of everything you do that is good, and wants to heal everything in you that is evil. Why would God want this? Because he chose to do it. That's why. Because you're a beloved son or beloved daughter of God, whether you appreciate it or not, it's his view of you and me. We're his beloved. He wants to indwell in us. It's what he wants. He wants to live in you. That's why it happens to you. Because God desires it and God wills it. John the Baptist, in the womb of Elizabeth, recognizes the presence of Jesus in the womb of Mary. Elizabeth says, wow, the child in my womb leapt for joy because you, Mary, you believed that the word spoken to you would be fulfilled. That the angel's promise, the message from God would be fulfilled in you. You trusted, you believed in that, Mary. And in your womb is Jesus, the Messiah, the Son of Man, the very Son of God. Wow. Would that it could be said about us just a few days here before Christmas. Blessed are you who believed that what was spoken to you by God would be fulfilled in you. That's what we're celebrating in a few days.